A neat topic today. David Newman has joined me because I found this book, Hypnotherapy. Do you know what it is? I wasn't that familiar with it. Now I know because I've read your book. But for everyone else watching, let's talk about what hypnotherapy is. Sure.
Hypnotherapy is standards therapy, very similar to psychotherapy, except it's done under hypnosis. And the results are very, very interesting. The American Psychological Association says that what you can accomplish in 600 sessions of psychotherapy is easily accomplished in 6 sessions of hypnotherapy. We're fast. We are usually the people, we're the last, basically the last line of hope. People have used everything else, and now they're coming to us and they need changes, and that's exactly what we do.
And what kind of changes can hypnotherapy do for your life?
Wow, that's really a loaded question. It's huge, but we can go everything from eliminating stress to various diseases that people have, especially stress-related diseases. I do a lot of work with cancer. Pain management is a big thing. I get a lot of osteopathic doctors sending me their patients that have had back stabilization surgery and then a vertebrae crushes, which usually happens. So we go ahead and take you off pain meds real quick.
I saw a whole list. What in here? We've got 146. Most common issues.
Yeah, those are the ones that I see on a daily basis.
146, that's a lot. So what are the most popular that you see? I mean, self-confidence, motivation, stress, self-image?
Yeah, those are big ones. But the ones that I see the most, because I'm more on the clinical medical side, is I get a lot of people that will come in and they just can't function anymore. The work has gotten to them. They're having trouble focusing, things like that. A lot of pain, a lot of diseases, where people just simply can't get relief from, the pharmacological approach or drug therapy. They come in and see me because we don't use drugs and we resolve the situation.
Does it make people nervous? You see a lot of clients coming in a little uneasy, wondering what they're getting themselves into? Or?
Yeah. That's usually the thing. And it's because people, especially here in Central Missouri, really don't know what hypnosis or hypnotherapy is. They know it from seeing a stage hypnotist on television or in a comedy club or maybe at a high school. That's all they know. And stage hypnotists are really good. They're very well trained. They're entertainers. It's just like having an actor go up and do anything else. A hypnotherapist that is really doing it for therapeutic reasons is highly trained, very professional, and we're going in to resolve situations. And that's exactly what we're looking for.
All right. Well, we actually have a client here in the studio with us of yours who's here to help explain that this isn't scary and that it can be life-changing, and we're going to talk to her coming up later in the show. Well, I'm back here with David Newman, and now we've got special guest Carol Rice, who's joined us as well. We're talking about hypnotherapy today. We've already talked about a little bit about what it is, and then some different ways it can change your life, which it has changed your life. We have proof right here with us. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about how it changed your life.
Well,
who first?
Yeah, who first?
Go ahead. It's your story.
I was diagnosed with Raynaud's syndrome in my early teens. From the age of 18 to 50, I was doing the medical medications and hit and miss. It might work one day, it might not. 1 minute to the next, I was always cold, wearing wool in the summertime. I had a heater under my desk and a sweater on top of the sweater that I was wearing.
And when did you decide to go see Dr. David Newman?
It was October of last year. I had a referral from my sister who had gone to him, and last resort, I was like, okay, I've tried everything else and we're going to see if this really does work. And it did. The first session lasted for 2 days. It was just a trial just to see. 2 days I was warm, and it's like it started wearing off, and I went back, and 2 more sessions, my hands and feet have stayed warm since.
Oh my goodness. So if someone's watching this now and they're a little bit on edge about trying hypnotherapy, maybe they're a little scared, what would you say to them?
Don't be, because it can change your life so much.
How many sessions? You said it just took the one session to start noticing a difference?
The initial session.
Now, when you walk in for a session, what does the patient expect? I mean, come in, you sit down, and then just like that, you're out, or explain that.
Well, usually we start off with a clinical intake, and I answer every single question they've got about hypnosis or hypnotherapy, because people, especially here in Central Missouri, they don't know what it is, and they don't know what to expect, so anxiety is high. The other thing that I do is I start off with them writing and telling me about what their situation is and what they've tried to do to alleviate it. Now, I do that for two reasons. One is I'd like a little bit of background information. The second reason is I'm doing handwriting analysis on them. What the handwriting analysis tells me when I specifically direct it towards the issue is what the subconscious is saying about it. Most people don't realize it, but the subconscious controls every aspect of your life that you don't consciously think about. That includes diseases and issues. So when the subconscious is telling me things through your handwriting, I know exactly what to do for the treatment. So the result is that when you come out of the clinical intake, you will feel remarkably different. Now, have we resolved the whole situation? Maybe yes, maybe no. But you are going to feel different. You are going to feel something. And then we just start building on that.
How intriguing
Yeah, it's
this whole
fantastic.
concept is. Can you demonstrate for us a little?
Sure, with her?
Yes.
Okay. All I want you to do is just put your hands up just like that. Go ahead and spread out these two fingers. And I just want you to just focus right there, right there. Now, in just a couple of moments, you're going to notice these two fingers turn into magnets, but when they touch, they weld, and when they weld, your eyes close, and you go deeply and quickly into the deep state of hypnosis. As you begin to notice your fingers are pulling together faster and faster, faster and faster. The more you resist it, the stronger the pull, the stronger the pull. As soon as they touch, your eyes close, and you go deeply and quickly into hypnosis, deep sleep. Back down. Okay, so if I was going to, for example, relieve her of stress, one of the things that I would do is this, and this is just called an arm lock, and what I want you to do is just put all of your stress directly in here, and as I hold your hand, pull it tight. It's going to get tighter and tighter. As your muscles begin to lock, your arm locks. As it locks, the more you try to bend it, the tighter and stronger it is, because the arm is now like a steel bar. It just simply will not move. It will not break. It'll sit up there forever and ever.
Wow.
Okay, so now we could go several hours with this, but now to completely alleviate the stress, now as soon as I touch here, your arm is no longer steel. It turns into a limp piece of spaghetti, and all that stress just drains right out your arms. Nice and limp, nice and limp.
And now
Go
she
even
went out
deeper.
a little bit quicker than most because she's already a patient of yours, you mentioned, and it goes a little bit quicker with them, obviously.
Yeah, but people think that hypnosis is something strange or anything. It's the most natural thing. We all go in and out of hypnosis multiple times a day. What it is, it's an overload of message units triggering the fight or flight response. And so she is totally aware of everything we're saying, everything that's going on. She could repeat everything. The only thing is her body now is in a state of plain dead. And that's exactly like deer in the headlights. That's what you've got here. So she's aware of everything, and this gives me the ability to bypass her conscious mind and all of her filters, talk directly to her subconscious, and get out the issues that we've got.
Wow, very amazing, and I could talk to you all day. I know there's so much more. You do have a book. What we'll do later is we'll post this on YouTube and make sure that we get out the information about you and your book.
Thank you.
All right?
The book was really written as a consumer's guide so that people can read that very, very quickly and then go in and talk to a hypnotist or hypnotherapist and decide, is this the person for me or not?
All right. Well, thank you,
Thank you
Dr.
so much.
Newman. All right, back to you, Megan.